God, I don't understand. How can I look back at this year and trust that you are good and have a plan? 2020 has been consumed with confusion, tension, loneliness, the unexpected. Things have felt so dark. Anxiety, loss, panic. The entire world affected. So much discouragement and death. My heart hurts. I can't catch my breath. God, this was supposed to be our year. Instead, disappointment ravaged and many dreams drowned in fear. The wedding that was supposed to happen, the business that was supposed to thrive, the senior who should have walked across the stage, the loved one who was supposed to come home alive. But Lord, it's always been the same, hasn't it? How quickly we forget. Joseph and Mary lived in such a similar and just as scary a world. Political turmoil and religious unrest defined their nation, the voices of the vulnerable completely lost and unheard. King Herod ruled the Jews, terror and brutality seeming to be his aim. He shed innocent blood, carelessly destroyed his own family and citizens. His evil spread like a flame. Injustice seemed to be built into the system. Heavy tax and rapid poverty warped like a whip. It was essentially a third world context under an extreme, violent military dictatorship. How did he do it, God? How did Joseph follow your voice in such an uncertain world and messy situation? His bride-to-be told him that she was pregnant through the Holy Spirit. His ruined reputation and shame soon to be the town's fixation. Instead of canceling the wedding and shaming Mary publicly as Joseph's culture expected, Joseph chose to stop, consider, pray, pay attention. With you, God, he first reflected. He chose to pause with you instead of listening to his judgmental world. To make sure that he was listening to you alone, basing his entire life on your word. Mary and Joseph's life continued in this pattern of painful endurance and hope. Nothing happened the way they thought it would. With longing patience, they coped. From Jesus' silent birth to his humble life to waiting for his ministry to start for 30 entire years. And when they thought everything was about to come to pass, Jesus was rejected by his own people. I can't even imagine the agony and confirmed fears. But God, obviously I now know the plan you intended. To overcome the world through sending Jesus as a living sacrifice for me. You sent him to be the silence and the noise, the countercultural life that set us free. Oh God, you teach me what it means to live in hope through the lives of Joseph and Mary. I learned that my circumstances, however they look, cannot dictate my belief, no matter how scary. Joseph teaches me that pausing in the tension to look at you is the bravest and wisest thing I could ever do. I learned that faith is the most powerful thing in the universe. Believing your word will come to pass no matter what I go through. They trusted your voice, and they waited, and they waited, and they waited. I'm sure they must have struggled, but through their painful obedience, the salvation of the world awakened. Oh Lord, I might not understand the events in this world or the pain in my own life. But what I do trust is your voice and your promise and your word. My faith above every strife. I trust you, God. Trust is what gives me peace. My hope is in you alone, God. Your presence is the only thing that puts my soul at ease. I believe in you, God. I will wait, and I will wait, and I will wait. I lift my gaze. I love you, my God. In this painful hope, I will praise.